After 27 years in real estate, I've learned something most buyers and sellers don't want to hear, and that is the market doesn't care what we want our home to be worth. It simply responds. Sounds harsh, but it's the truth. Today, I'm going to answer 5 of the 10 questions that I hear most from buyers and sellers here at the Jersey Shore, and helping you understand what the market may be trying to tell you. Because whether you're buying or selling, I think the more you understand the market, the better decisions that you'll make. So let's jump in, okay? Hi, I'm JoAnn Donahue with JoAnn at the Shore. I've been helping buyers and sellers navigate this South Jersey Shore market for 27 years. And my family's roots here, they go back 4 generations. I get the shore drawl, I get the dream, I get the desire. So whether I'm sitting at a kitchen table, I'm walking through a home inspection, or I'm meeting someone for the very first time, I hear many of the same questions over and over again from people just like yourself. So today, instead of answering those questions one at a time, we're tackling 5 of them, and I'll be back tomorrow with 5 more. I promise you'll get my honest opinion with no hype and with no pressure. I just want to pass on information to you to help you make the best decision for your situation. The first question is always, what's my home actually worth right now, JoAnn? And the answer may certainly surprise you. Your home's value does not truly exist until it meets the market. Now, hold on. Before you say, JoAnn, that's not very helpful. Let me explain what I mean. A lot of people think there's a magic number floating around out there. Maybe Zillow knows it. Maybe the neighbor knows it. I don't know, the agent who gives the highest number, they probably know it. But the truth is, none of us know the exact number until real buyers start to respond. Here's what we have. We can look at what recently sold, what is currently active, what went under contract, and what went under contract quickly. That's a big one. What had price reductions? These are all clues, and every agent has access to much of the same information. The difference is not just having the data. The difference is knowing how to interpret it. A home in the gardens of Ocean City is not the same as a home in the South End. No more than the Gold Coast is the same as Central Ocean City. And then you have Margate, Ventnor, Longport, and Ocean City together. They each have their own rhythm, their own buyer pool, and their own pricing behavior. So when I look at value, I'm not just asking what sold, I'm asking what did buyers respond to? The market does not negotiate with our hopes. It simply responds. My job is not to convince the market. My job is to help you understand it, position your home properly, and make decisions based on what's happening now. Question number 2, should I price high and negotiate down? A seller will often say, let's price it high so we have room to negotiate. And I understand the thought behind it. And frankly, truth be told, when I first started real estate, I kind of felt the same way. But that's not the case. Nobody wants to leave money on the table. Nobody wants to feel like they gave their house away. But here is the part sellers really need to understand. Buyers don't always negotiate. Sometimes they just leave. They don't even ask questions. They simply move on to the next property. And you may never even know they were there. Now listen, the most serious buyers are already watching the market before your home ever even hits the internet. They know what is listed. They know what has sold. They know what makes sense. And when a home is overpriced, most of them are not sitting there saying, let's go see it and make a lower offer. They're usually thinking, that seller's a little unrealistic. And then off they go. The best energy around a listing is usually in the beginning, like your first impression. The first window matters. That is when your home is fresh. That is when buyers are paying attention. That is when urgency is highest. So pricing high to leave room can actually cost you the very attention you were hoping to create. Pricing right from day one is not about being cheap. It's about being smart. It's about meeting the market where it is and giving buyers a reason to engage. How long does it really take to sell on the island? The honest answer is It depends. I know. Everybody loves that answer too, right? But it really does depend. It depends on the town, the section of that town, Gardens versus South End, Parkway versus Down Beach. It depends on the season. It depends on the condition. It depends on the price, and it depends on the competition. But more than anything, it depends on how the home is positioned when it launches. A home that is priced well, prepared well, photographed well, and presented well can move quickly. Question number 4. What's the difference about Ocean City, Margate, Ventnor, and Longport? Well, more than people think. People will often say, I just want a place at the shore. Get it? I truly get it. And I always want to ask, which shore? Because Ocean City, Margate, Ventnor, and Longport are not the same market. They are not interchangeable. For instance, Ocean City is a dry town, meaning there are no alcohol sales here. And that shapes the atmosphere and the community feel and the type of buyers who are often drawn here. It has a very family-oriented feel. It has a strong boardwalk presence and a long-standing reputation that people return to year after year. Margate, on the other hand, has a different feel. It allows alcohol sales, has more restaurants and nightlife options, and has a year-round rhythm that feels very different from Ocean City. Ventnor offers many buyers a more accessible way onto the island while still having beach access and bay access proximity. And then to everything else, Atlantic City, Margate, Ocean City, and then there's Longport. It's smaller, quieter, and more exclusive. It has its own pace, its own buyer. It has its own market. Each town has different price points, different taxes, different flood considerations, different rental patterns, and different lifestyle expectations altogether. So when a buyer says, where should I buy? The better question is often, how do you want to live? Do you want quiet? Do you want activity? Do you want rental income potential? Do you want walk to the beach and bay convenience? Do you want year-round energy? Do you want something more tucked away? The right answer is not just about the house. It is about the life around the house. And that matters, don't you think? 5th and final one, how do flood zones affect insurance and resale value? This is one of the biggest questions buyers need to understand before they fall in love with a property. I say it all the time, flood zones matter. And they matter more than many people realize. And Superstorm Sandy drove that home hard. A flood zone is not just a little note on a listing. It can affect your insurance costs. It can affect your monthly carrying costs. It can affect resale. Now, 2 homes can look very similar online. Same bedrooms, same bathrooms, similar price, similar distance to the beach and bay, but one may have a very different flood insurance cost than the other. That difference may not show up in the purchase price, but it can absolutely and will absolutely show up in your monthly budget. This is why I always encourage buyers to do their homework early. Check the flood zone, get an insurance estimate, understand the elevation if that information is available, and most sellers have that information. Ask questions before you are emotionally attached. And for sellers, this matters too. Knowing your flood zone, your insurance history, and any available documentation can help avoid surprises once you're under contract with your buyer. The more clarity we have up front, the smoother the process tends to be. This is not about scaring anyone. This is about being informed. So, there you have it. The 5 questions I hear most often from buyers and sellers here at the Jersey Shore. And if you take nothing else away from this video, take this. The market is not personal. It is not punishing you. It is simply responding. And when we stop fighting the market and start listening to it, we make better decisions. If you are thinking about buying or selling in Ocean City, in Margate, Ventnor, Longport, or anywhere else along the Jersey Shore, for goodness sakes, I would be happy to have a conversation with you. With no pressure, no pitch, just a 15-minute discovery call to help you understand your options. I am JoAnn Donahue with JoAnn at the Shore, and I want to thank you for spending a little time with me today, and I will see you on the next one.